Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, it's kind of crazy. Yes, we are running Killua, and I like to say thanks to Surgix, he did help me a bit with this, mentioning to use Killua, 'cause I saw he sent me a screenshot of him using Killua, so yeah, I figured out after what to do. But yeah, you pretty much want to wave skip the first wave because that buys you so much extra time. Yes, we were wave skipping 2, 3, and 4 initially, but wave skipping wave 1 with Killua and Rukia is just way faster and it brings your score up a lot. And yeah, bringing Killua of course detriments you in terms of DPS wise, because we used to have Shanks here for his of course stun and his ability, which allowed us to of course slow the boss stall the boss as long as possible. So we lose out on that part in terms of actual pure damage, but it's fine that it's fine if you actually manage the way you kill this boss. You have to do things perfectly. When I say perfectly, I'd say there's little to no room for error. Even though I have great memorias, I think you guys can still easily beat this. It's gonna be hard though. You guys need to lock in and make sure the boss does not sprint at all. If you let the boss sprint at once, your whole run gets cooked over. So yeah, this is the team. Let me just get into the memorias. And I feel bad because I low key rode some crazy memorias the other day. I probably have like 2 clips. Or I'd say crazy, but Jack of all, it's not that crazy, but the one that is crazy, let me load it up. It's this one right here. I wrote this Divinity Frozen Admiral. I low-key was shocked. It took like 300. So yeah, let me just play the clip for this one. Yo, another Frozen Admiral. Flip. Ah, Deadeye. It's not really good for white bid. Oh, flipping solo, that's not good. Oh, contagious, that's not good, mate. No, this game's selling me, man. Yo. Oh. Oh, contagious, man. Ah, Solar, man. Ah, Deadeye again, bro. I'll stop at like 900, maybe. I'll stop at like... Oh! Oh yeah, as you saw, I was low-key shocked. I did not expect that. Yes, I did have enough for Divinity P. But yeah, I did get Divinity and I ran it on my law. You can see, so the setup of that were 5 Frozen Admirals on these guys and Rukia's one on Killua. For Killua, it's irrelevant. You just want 5 Rukias on 5 Aokiji ones on all your other units. And for your Uma, we are running this one as well. So the Sun Raku with Deadeye, because it does give her that extra 35% crit damage. So yeah, that's it for the setup. Let's just get into the runs, and I wish you guys the best of luck. This might be a bit hard for you guys, and if you guys can't manage to get the strat out, what I'd suggest is replacing Killua with what's her name, Perona. And once you place Perona, quickly sell her. And if you guys do know what Perona does, she does leave a ghost, which does do another attack. So using that ghost, you'd have to, of course, slowly deal with that first wave. Of course, it won't be as fast as my Killua run, but it will give you a relatively it will give you a better score than my initial strat. So yeah, you're still wave skipping wave 1, but using Perona instead. So yeah, let's just get into this, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Okay guys, so the first wave, it should be pretty self-explanatory, but you see in the top left I put the enemy counts for each of the waves. So as soon as you see those enemies, or you count it, to be honest, you can count those enemies, and that's when you of course place your Luffy to wave skip it. So you see I'm waiting. Once I see the 10th enemy, I place Killua and place Luffy, and boom, that skips the wave like that. The next wave, we're just placing our laws separately timed and set them to zone 2. Same thing again, Killua and then a Luffy. I got lucky with the timing on that, but yeah, you can see I would have cleared it with that Luffy anyways. And I'm just setting these Luffys to charging up, and I'll place my other killers, and I'll just place Luffy once I can at 1905 at the top, or of course when you count the enemies. But yeah, now you can bring your horse girls in, and yeah, you just do the stats on them, and you just wait. For now, it's gonna be pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing hard about this part because it's just about slowly building up. So I'll put it into 1.5 x speed, and once it gets interesting, I'll bring it back to 1 x speed. So yeah, now it's just about doing your Umas, and yeah, until we get to wave like 10, there's nothing really happening. You're just putting your stats into your Umas. Make sure you place your Rukia before wave 9, because if you place her at wave 9 or later, she does use ability, and we do need that a nuke because it's a 6x, 6x, 5x. It's just 500%, you know, extra damage from her base damage. So she's doing about like 5 million, something like that. And of course, we have with the Frozen Admiral Memoria, so she's doing 30% more damage to wanted enemies. So yeah, it is helpful. Oh my days, let me bring up that last video. I think there was a few more questions on that one. Oh my days, I'm tired, mate. Where's this video? Was it trades enabled one? Yeah, I think there was a few questions on this. Yeah, we'll slow this boss with white beard. Should be easy to follow. Oh yeah, look, I should be replying to these comments. That's my bad. But yeah, a lot of people. Oh my day, I'm tired. A lot of people keep asking for replacements for Uma, and you know it's a sad truth, but there's no replacement. No one can do what Uma does. If you don't have her, please trade for her. And if you can't get her in a trade, you know, I don't know what to say. There's not much you can do about it. It is sad she's a limited unit. Well, they are a limited unit, considering how OP they are. Probably best unit in the game for tournaments. I don't think there's actually a better unit for tournaments than her, or than them. But yeah, make sure you place the Luffy's in this same area as me, because once you do max them, they'll cover the bend on the left, the bottom left bend, and the bend on the right, that far bend. So yeah, now we're putting upgrades into them one by one, because as you do know, once you upgrade Luffy, let me bring up the passive real quick, just so I can read it off my own screen, in case I did forget. Where is it? Yeah, look. Decreases cost of power allies by 2% per upgrade. So basically, just doing it one by one is good because you can have that cost reduction for each of them. That way you're saving a bit of yen, and it does add up. And it does help you a bit in terms of getting your units upgraded earlier. So if you guys don't have jack of all trades, like me, as many as me, then of course doing that will help benefit you a lot. In terms of this team, I think there's 3 main DPS units with jack of all trades. So make sure you do this Luffy thing, it will definitely benefit you a lot. Let's see what other questions. How long does it take you to make a strat usually? Let's see, this one. I knew about Killua since yesterday, or no, the day before. And I ran Killua yesterday. I got, you can see 4,618. I was satisfied with it, but I had 2 lost stocks. And my wave skill wasn't really as efficient. I was like, you know what? I'll just run again. I got a lot of time before this final strat goes out. Might as well just get the run, perfect it as much as possible. And yeah, give it to you guys. Oh my days, I'm yawning, sorry. But yeah, give it to you guys in the best state possible. So yeah. And back then, yeah, when I got the 4618, I did not have the divinity on my law, so I want you guys to keep that in your brain. Just because I have divinity doesn't mean it's impossible for you guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, that run I did get like yesterday. I was gonna post it, but I was like, you know what, I'll wait a bit more. So yeah, this run probably took, I had a lot of failed runs today. Let's see, let's say I did like, I think I did 7 runs today. So yeah, This was my 7th run. So yeah, roughly, depending on the tournament, it's like at least 5 hours, maybe more. Some tournaments I've spent like at least 10 hours worth of time. It just depends, man. If it's an easy tournament like this, I don't really have to put much effort in. But when it's a tournament like with a lot of like variations, the bands are like interesting as well. It does take me a lot of time, so yeah. It just depends on the tournament, to be honest. Yeah, that was pretty much the only question, really. All my days, I'm flipping dead, man. My body's giving up on me. But you can see the Luffys do cover each of those bends nicely, so it's perfect. And yeah, interesting enough, we're going to be using White Mid for DPS. I hate using him for DPS, but it's something we have to do. And yeah, over here you can see we place Irons down. Make sure you follow my placements. And then you give him Acid Rain and reset his spells all the way. So you just want to have him on Acid Rain only now. Because Elementless is going to make it so the enemies, if they do get turned into summons, they're just going to heal the other enemies. So you don't want that to happen. And other Spark spell that we have access to, it's just Chuddy. It just stuns enemies for 2 seconds in a small circle, so it's just buds. I'm pretty sure it's a small circle. Can't remember. Yeah, this Kazi boss, she's not an issue. You guys don't have to worry at all. So yeah, I guess I'll go back into 1.5 experience to wave 40 because wave 40 is when it gets, I guess, a bit difficile. So yeah, you can see this boss is not an issue. You can easily slow it with Whitebeard, and yeah, the boss will just die out pretty easily. You got your Luffy's doing 1 mil per hit. It's actually like 60% more of that. And if the enemies does have absolute zero, he's doing 50% more damage to it if he's attacking at that time. So yeah, Luffy can do a lot of damage to the bosses. You place a lot there, set in zone 3 as well. Make sure you follow my kilo placements. The reason for these kilo placements is so you're removing armor stacks off the enemies and removing shields. You want to make sure that when your Uma does lap around, that the enemies just have no armor stacks, because this does affect your run a bit. As you can see, these guys losing HP. If they have full armor stacks, they're going to be losing a lot less HP than they normally do. And I'll place in this second law over here. We're going to be getting him to zone 2. Same to bosses as well, by the way. And the third law over here. So make sure his closest path is the path on the top of him. Or right of him, I guess. Or left right now for me. Just the path that's, of course, furthest from the loop. And yeah, around wave 41ish, you should have your Uma maxed out if you got lucky with your oh my days, my brain turned off. But you want to slow this boss as much as possible. This Kazi boss is another easy boss. You're gonna have to pull it with Law though, so that's just one thing to note. And yeah, we haven't gone into the difficult part of this run yet, because the final boss is the most difficult one. And it's the one that requires a lot of focus for. We're setting this whiteboard to, of course, max upgrade. You can see his damage. 630k damage. But with the frozen animal, he's doing 60% more damage, so it's a lot more damage. And you just want to keep stunning and slowing with Whitebeard. And then you set the low and the top. So this one that's closest to the left path to zone 1. I want you guys to make sure which one you do is correct. so it pulls to the path closest to him. So it's pulls him to the left, which makes him which makes the boss do the loop again. So make sure you guys know which one to do, man. You guys are gonna pick the wrong one. And yeah, you just keep following this boss non-stop, man. It's not too hard to follow. And yeah, this boss dies off, but the wave 50 boss is the main issue. By placing another white mid here, set the bosses as well, and max him. You can play around the targeting for now, but once the boss has spawned, you want to make sure that all your units are set to bosses. Your 2 laws in the middle are set to bosses. The law at the top does not need to be set to bosses, but I guess if you guys do struggle, then setting the law at the top to bosses might be a better option. And you see how I placed him at that corner, the law at zone 3, you could place him at the top corner, so the one that's mirroring him. I'm sure you guys understand. If you guys don't understand, please, like, forgive me, man. Just go to the Discord and ask you what I meant. So like, what did you mean at this exact point? Was it like 1620 in the video? Just say that and I'll just show you with a screenshot. Because low-key applying Rupture to the boss earlier might be the play, because it allows your Uma to, of course, do damage to it. Yeah, that actually might be the play for you guys, if you guys do struggle killing this boss. So have the zone 3 law at the higher up in the map, so it's closer to the enemy spawn, so it applies the Rupture to the boss ASAP, which means that you get more damage from your Uma on the boss. And yeah, now you're gonna be... Wait, this is the one thing that I want you guys to know. Make sure you slow this boss, of course, with white bed as much as possible. No room for sprinting. But the one thing that is interesting and annoying that you have to micromanage is the laws. You know how Law, once you use him, he puts 5 rocks in the sky. These 5 rocks follow up onto the enemy, but it happens once you switch the zones. So when you go from like switching zones, that's when the rocks go up. And these rocks expire after 30 seconds, so you have to switch zones every 30 seconds. So you can see right here, I use Rukia's nuke. Use Rukia's nuke, make sure the boss is getting slowed. He had a little sprintage there, but it's fine. Place my other Rukia here, get her to that upgrade. Then switch my law zones, so that of course they're getting the rocks up for the follow-ups. Because the rocks do 50% of his damage in it, you know, it's a bit more extra damage. Have to make the most of every bit of damage. And you just keep slowing and stunning the boss. No room for sprinting, nothing at all, mate. You can't let it sprint at all. And now you switch the law at the top to zone 1. So you see he had 2 sprintages there, so those 2 sprintages might have messed me up. But yeah, you do pull the boss, and I'll set him back to zone 2. And just keep slowing and stunning, you know? No room for any sprintage, just keep slowing and stunning, man. And yeah, you just have to keep slowing and stunning, man. You can see the bosses are roughly like 60 million at this point. If it isn't at this much HP for you, then do what I said earlier and make sure you apply Rupture to the boss very early on. And make sure, you see here, I did I guess lessen out on the laws. You have to make sure the follow-ups are happening for laws. And yeah, if you guys did not see, we used Whitebeard nuke, and you can see those enemies at the front died. And yeah, Whitebeard's nuke did a lot of damage, you know, to the boss. It was a good like 13 million, I think. And yeah, just keep slowing and stunning. The Luffy should be still hitting at this point. And yeah, now it's just about slowing and slowing and slowing and slowing. And just let Uma whittle away at it. And yeah, this boss should get killed off pretty nicely. And after this boss is dead, you'll see it dies here. Once it is dead, you're going to make sure you do a few things. So first off, selling both your whitebeards. They're relevant. Selling your Rukia over there. Placing her back here. Getting her to the full AoE upgrade. getting this law as well, sending him to zone 2. And I'm selling that rookie up there as well. And of course upgrading this one as well at the back. And now once you see Ainz's ability, use it exactly as soon as you see 5 seconds. No 6.5 seconds, as soon as you see 5 second mark, you pop it instantly. So 5 seconds, I see it, pop it. Boom, that's it for the run. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.